Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. Oh, hell no.
Hi guys, it's Yanie and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to Latoya Forever's separation video. I have already watched this video, but I wanted to highlight some things out of the video because there were some points that I want to make regarding her separation video with Adam. So a lot of the things that she is talking about in the separation video, I already predicted when I reacted to Adam's video that he put on his YouTube channel regarding their separation, their divorce, and everything like that. So if you want to check that out, I'll make sure to leave a link down below in the description box. So I'm gonna be reacting now to Latoya Forever's separation video that she created on her YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get into it. Also, I'm going to be reacting to the full video with Latoya's mother, which a lot of people miss. But if you go to Latoya Forever's YouTube channel and you just look at the comments, people are going off at the fact that her mom was involved in this video, and most likely she was involved in their separation. So I'm going to be reacting to Latoya's part, and then I'm going to be reacting to her mother's part separately. So let's go ahead and get into today's video.
I want to update you guys on what I've been going through because I have been really vocal about my situation with my marriage. You know, I've kind of been closed off and getting sound counsel from therapists and getting counsel from God, and I've been praying often, and what I'm going through is really hard. You know, it's so tough. Like last year I filed for divorce and then I dropped it because I was going through so many pregnancy complications, from placenta previa to preeclampsia, high blood pressure, to possibly having a stroke or a seizure or whatever, a car accident. It was just so crazy. So I was like, you know what? I need to drop this divorce because this is just way too much for me to deal with right now while I'm pregnant. So this year I entertained a divorce with Adam, and I told him, like, look, we just need to like break up. Like, I can't do this anymore. And he filed for divorce. The reason why I filed last year is because I just don't feel that love connection, that genuine love in my marriage, you know? Yes, we've built amazing businesses together. Yes, we have an amazing life. Yes, we have beautiful children, but I'm missing that affection. I'm missing that genuine love. I'm missing that friendship from my partner. You know, it's more of a partnership rather than a marriage, for me anyways. And that is what I've been struggling with, and it really does suck because everything else is so great in our marriage, but it's just like, you know, when we first got together, he messaged me on Facebook wanting to start a group of influencers who uplift and support each other, right? And I fell in love with him believing in me when nobody else believed in me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I fell in love with. And from there, I just...
Okay, so I just gotta stop her because let's talk. First off, I want to just highlight the fact that it took Latoya literally experiencing near-death experiences for her to realize that she deserved more, and most likely that she wanted more, that she needed more. When she was going through all of these complications with her pregnancies, and I didn't even think about the accident because I remember the accident situation. she was looking for someone that she could, I guess, define in emotionally. And when you're in a marriage like this, it's like you should be able to depend on your partner emotionally when you go through trauma like that. So basically, she didn't have the support from Adam when she was going through all of these back-to-back traumatic experiences, and she needed him more than ever. He was just not there for her in an emotional and in a affectionate type of way. And I mentioned in my first video that I did on their separation when I was reacting to Adam, because within that video, like I said, I don't take sides. This is just public information, public gossip. I just don't take sides. Like, I don't know these people personally to take sides. But I will say this, I was pointing out the fact that I felt like he lacked that affectionate love, because Latoya comes from a huge close-knit family. And back in Toronto, I'm not sure how her family is in Georgia. Like, every family is different. Like, when you move away from like the family that you kind of grew up with, it's different from the family that maybe you moved to that you really don't know. It's kind of more distant than it is with the family that you kind of grew up with. So when it comes to Latoya in this situation, she's in a new city, she's in a new state, she's so far away from her family. She has 2 kids that are depending on her emotionally, because as a mother, you have kids that depend on you emotionally, physically, and all of those things. You know, they're looking to her to show them love. So she's trying to pour from an empty cup. And she's thinking that, okay, let me lean on Adam so he can help me fill my cup up so I can be there for my kids. But when you have a partner that you can't lean on within your marriage in an emotional support type of way, it leaves you drained. And it leaves you with your back up against the wall, like, oh my gosh, like, I need support. And like I said in my first video that I did when I was reacting to Adam, I was saying that, you know, I feel like a lot of this comes from the fact that Latoya was able to not really identify the lack of affection and emotion that she was getting from Adam originally, because when they lived in Toronto, she was getting that from her family. So it's like when you have your family nearby, sometimes you're able to get away with maybe your partner slacking in some areas. And I felt like she was able to really not, I mean, she just wasn't able to identify these issues because she was getting that love and affection from her family. But when you're away from your family, it really makes you face your problems, face the person in the mirror. And this is when she realized, she was like, wow, like, I deserve so much more than this. So I'm actually proud of Latoya. I'm proud of Latoya. And I'm sure there were some things with Adam that he probably didn't like about Latoya. I mean, we all know Latoya. She's not the most perfect person. We all have our flaws. But at the end of the day, this is a woman that still deserves that love and affection from her husband. Point blank, period. She birthed 3 of his children. That is like the least he could do, is give her that emotional support and affection and not just be a business partner.
You know, went with it because we were in grind mode, like, you know, like, what dreams can we fulfill? Like, oh my gosh, we're dream chasing together. And then a baby pops up. And you know, from there, we were just doing the right thing. You know, we proposed, we got married, we purchased a home because it was the right thing to do. For us, anyways, we come from 2 broken homes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to do the right thing, or which I thought was the right thing, right?
I also want to point out that Latoya is mentioning that they bonded off of their trauma. They did the right thing because of their trauma, their childhood trauma. She just said that they both came from broken homes. That's trauma bonding. Also, they were trauma bonding off of chasing their dreams because they came from broken homes. So they entered a trauma bond marriage. They were in a trauma bond relationship. And they did the right thing because of trauma bonding. This is so prominent, you guys, in the Black community. And I really advise that you seek therapy, you seek counseling, and you really take time out of your single adulthood to heal. So you're not entering relationships and worse, marriages, where you're entering them based off of your trauma, because that's not a healthy foundation. A lot of the people within our generation feel like marriage is the problem, but in reality we did not see a healthy representation of marriage. A lot of us did not, and the reason is because our parents came together and they bonded and they fell in love based off of their trauma, which is not a healthy foundation for a healthy relationship, or worse, a healthy marriage. So I just want to point that out, that they bonded and came together based off of their childhood trauma, and they both came from broken homes, and they did the right thing when they had Samia because they came from broken homes. So let this be a lesson for everyone that's watching, including myself. This is a lesson for me, that I need to ensure that I am healing my childhood trauma before I enter a relationship or a marriage, because I want a healthy foundation. And I also need to make sure that the person that I enter a relationship with or a marriage with, that they have healed their childhood trauma, or at least they're working on healing their childhood trauma. I wanted to point that out.
Now I think that what we need is a separation. We need to be separated from each other, because in 9 years we really haven't been able to miss each other. We haven't been able to clear our minds and think about, you know, what we're going through. So I just think that we need to be in separate spaces, separate places, and so that is what I'm working towards. And since I entertained the divorce, I'm going to go ahead and find a place for myself and my children and my mom and my sister and figure it out from there, because I just don't enjoy the fact that everybody else in our world is up in the air, you know? My mom's like, okay, are you guys good? Are you guys not good? And every day it's something new, and it's not good for my family to see. And you can see it.
Why do we as Black women feel like it is our responsibility to take on our entire family? Why is Latoya mentioning her mom? Why is she mentioning her extended family? Why is this burden of her entire family on her shoulders? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's not fair. That's not healthy. Understand you could be the strong, independent woman, but it's just not your responsibility to take on the burdens of your entire family. Like, they all have their issues, their problems. Like, this is about you, sis. This is about you, Latoya. Like, this is about you. Don't make it about everyone else. Like, make this about you. Make this about your children, but do not make it about your mom and your sister. And your mom is responsible for your sister. You're not responsible for your sister. You have 3 kids, sis. You have 3 kids. You have 3 kids and a husband. And a husband. I know you guys are separated, but you still have a responsibility as a wife before your mother and before your sister. So I'm gonna just say that we can argue about who comes first when it comes to the kids. Now, how I was groomed, I was told that your husband comes before them kids, because them kids could ruin a marriage. But hey, that's just me. That's my opinion. Okay, that's why date night is important. But that's how I was taught. That's how I was groomed. That's how I was raised. But as far as like her mom and her sister and her extended family, all that, hey sis, you need to focus on your family, the family that you created with Adam. So I was all here for it until she started mentioning her mom and her sister and extended family. Like, this is about your family, the family that you built with your husband, Adam. This is not about... No, ma'am.
You can feel it, you know, energy is real. The kids are starting to feel that energy, and we just need to work on what we're going through in separate places. Anybody can say, you know, just work on your ish under the same roof, and why do you have to leave? But I have to leave because it is a toxic environment.
I agree.
I live for my family. You know, I live to make my family happy.
No.
But in this situation, I need to...
You need to make yourself happy so you can be there for your family. Ladies, you have to make yourself happy so you can be there for your family in a healthy way. Latoya is not mentally healthy right now. So she needs to focus on herself. She needs to get herself together so that she can be there in a healthy way for her children and her husband. If she's really trying to make this marriage work through separation. Because I do believe separation is needed sometimes. Sometimes you need time apart so you can grow in ways that are needed. But sometimes growth is sometimes needed to be done separately, not together. So I'm with her when it comes to the separation. But as far as I live for my family, I do for my family, you can't live and do for them in a healthy way if you are not taking care of yourself. She needs to take care of herself. And I feel the reason that Latoya held off on this video for so long is because she has that black, strong, independent woman mentality, and she feels guilty. She feels guilty for choosing herself. And that is what I don't like. She feels guilty for choosing herself. Just look at her. Look at her, you guys. She literally feels guilty for choosing herself. She feels guilty for choosing the fact that she needs an emotionally available man in her life, supporting her through the trauma that she has recently went through with her pregnancy, the accident. She should not be feeling guilty. She feels guilty because of her family. She feels guilty because of her kids. She feels guilty because of her husband. I'm just really like, no. Like, the empath in me is just like, girl, I want you to be happy. Anyway, let's finish this.
Step away to make myself happy so I can get some clarity. So I can figure out what I need to do next. So that's what I'm doing now. So you will be on this journey. I'm going to be open about what I'm going through. So the next step is I need to find a place. And then after I find a place, you know, I'm going to seek a therapist. Even if we don't stay together, I believe that we still do need counsel to talk about our pain, our past hurts that we put each other through, and to be good parents to our children. We need to be on the same page, you know, we need to be friends. And so that's something that I'm going to seek. I do get therapy every single week for myself, but I believe that Adam and I need counseling together just so we can be on the same page when it comes to the children and for each other, you know, because
I would love for the couples who got married young to comment down below, because I need the young ones that are in relationships that have not stepped into marriage territory just yet, right? They're thinking about it. I need the young couples in the comments. I need you guys to give some advice. And I'm going to say this because I'm not married, but I do want to point this out, okay? Because I'm not married, but I do want to point this out. I want to point this out, you guys. In order for this marriage to survive, they're going to have to start from the beginning. And I mean, they're going to have to go back before they even met each other. They're going to have to work through their childhood trauma. They're going to have to overcome their childhood trauma together in order for this marriage to work, in order for it to survive. And Adam, I really believe in him. Like, I believe in Adam. Why? Because Adam is a spiritual person. And I really do believe that he wants his marriage to work with Latoya. I feel like he loves Latoya. I just feel like they're not seeing eye to eye right now. And I do feel like counseling together will help them, but also therapy would help them separately as well. Counseling, therapy, whatever, right? But the only way this marriage will survive is if they overcome their childhood traumas and they actually work on their marriage moving forward. But this marriage is not going to work if they do not overcome their childhood traumas and then they're able to move forward to focus on their marriage. Because I think the reason why Adam is not affectionate and he's not showing his emotional support towards Latoya is because of his childhood trauma. And then I think some of the issues that Adam had towards Latoya based off of his video that he posted regarding their separation, I think a lot of it has to do with Latoya's childhood trauma, because he was saying how she's very vain and everything like that. But Latoya has been in the public eye for some time now, and that takes a toll on you and your image. You know, your self-image that you have, your body image that you have for yourself. You know, she's been teased over the years. So he needs to be considerate of that. But she needs counseling. He needs counseling. And for this marriage to truly work, it's going to take both of them overcoming their childhood traumas and working through them together, but separately, but together, and then moving forward to be able to work on their marriage. But I would love for the people that are married, maybe you've been married for years, maybe you got married when you were young, or maybe you're in your marriage for maybe a year or two, or whatever the case, or even a few months. Give some advice, because I want to read them. Like, I want to read the comments. I want to read the advice that you're giving out here for free, okay? I want to read them, but I feel like that is the only way this marriage, their marriage, is going to survive. That's what I believe.
I don't want there to be any bad blood between Adam and I. Like, I love him, of course I do. But I'm just missing something that's important in any relationship. Now I'm here, and it really is hard because I want to feel all the feels when it comes to my partner.
Yes!
You know, and I won't feel it. The last romantic thing that he has done for me is Aya's gender reveal party, and that was amazing. You know, that was beautiful. Like, when I think about it, I want to cry because it was.
That was also business, though. That whole resort thing with Aya's baby or gender reveal. I'm sorry, gender reveals, not baby shower, but gender reveal. That was a business thing. Like, that was a partnership. That was me being an influencer, me being a YouTuber, whatever the case may be. I know what happened behind the scenes, and it was a business deal. Yeah, that may have been romantic for Latoya. It was still business. And I think that's what Adam is not understanding. That Aya gender reveal was business. Well, how is it business? Me being a YouTuber, an influencer, Instagrammer, whatever the case may be, I understand that when they put that whole thing together, most likely, okay, I could be wrong, but my predictions are this. Most likely, they were paid to put that on. They were paid for that gender reveal. Again, even though Adam did do this romantic thing for Aya's gender reveal or whatever, I honestly felt like that was like a partnership, a business deal, another business deal. But I think Adam needs to work on separating business from personal. He needs to work on his work life and home life. He needs to balance them out. I think that is another issue within their marriage that I'm seeing from this video. So even though Latoya found it to be romantic, I think it was also a business deal as well. Being an influencer, it's like, you just know this. When you see these Instagram people and when you see these YouTubers vlog at these resorts and things like that, they're getting paid to do it. So I'm sure the gender reveal was under contract, and I'm just putting that out there, okay? I'm just a messenger. Don't hate me. I'm just saying.
So amazing. It was so special, and but I just feel like you've never done something like that for me. You know, I just don't feel the affection. I don't feel the love. You don't romance me. You don't tell me I love you. Like, when's the last time you told me that you love me? I don't know. So right now I'm just so confused on what I'm going through. You know, was it my mistake of falling in love with him believing in me? You know, is this all my fault? You know, like, I don't know. It's just so hard for me, and that's a struggle that I'm going through right now.
Right.
And it.
Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. I'm getting emotional, you guys. And the reason why I'm getting emotional is because, okay, so if you've been following Latoya for a while, and yes, I'm about to cry. Oh my God! I'm not trying to mess up my makeup. Anyway. She's questioning whether or not should she have fell in love with someone based off of him just simply believing in her. And the reason why this is so relatable is because she fell for a man that was emotionally unavailable. And these are my daddy issues, okay? And I'm going to point it out because if you've been following Latoya for years and you've been following her journey for some time now, you understand her daddy issues. Her daddy issues were that she never got the love and affection from her father. And now she has fell in love with a man that does not give her that love and affection that she didn't get from her father. And you know, it's relatable because it's similar to my daddy issues, you know. So she couldn't even identify the fact earlier on, before kids, before marriage, before Samia, before any of this, right? She couldn't even identify the fact that Adam was never emotionally available. Like, Adam was never emotionally available. And I think she's realizing that. And so she's guilt tripping herself. She's making herself feel bad. You know, she's kind of in this negative energy, like, was I wrong for falling in love with him because he supported me? You have to remember where Latoya was back then. YouTube was not a thing. Like, YouTube was not a thing. YouTube was on the rise. And so to find someone when you know your family is not supporting this, you know, because my family didn't support YouTube. They were like, YouTube? So I get Latoya. Like, I get her, you guys. And so she met this man that believed in her. Even though he was emotionally unavailable, he still believed in her. And that was something that she didn't have at the time. And because she had daddy issues from her childhood trauma, she wasn't able to identify the fact that this man was emotionally unavailable. The same thing that her father neglected her over or for. So this is deep, you guys. Like, this is deep. And I didn't even think I was going to come on here and cry, but it just hit me. Like, it just hit me. I watched this video the other day, and I kind of just brushed through it. I'm not going to lie, because I was just trying to get to the tea. But now that I really, like, sit here and really dissect this video, I'm, like, really feeling sis and where she's coming from. She just couldn't identify with the fact that Adam was never emotional. Like, he was never emotionally available. He was never emotionally present within their relationship. And she was leaning more on his support because she wasn't getting it from her family business-wise, right? Because YouTube was not considered to be a real job. And so now she's in this place where, okay, her family is supporting her with her business because it's successful now, versus then it was kind of up in the air. But now that she's getting the support from her family, now, you know, she's always had the love and affection from her, you know, her grandmother, Auntie Jillian, and everything like that. Now she's wanting that out of her husband, and she's guilt tripping herself because she never saw the disconnect. This is insane, you guys. This is why it's so important. It's imperative that you heal your childhood trauma. And this is why. This is a great example of that.
It's really hard because, you know, we have to be children together. And I feel so selfish. And I want to make it work, you know, and I want to get counseling. But can counseling lead us to build chemistry? Can counseling lead us to find genuine love, you know, for each other? And it's really hard because it's just so hard. Is there anybody out there that has gone through something similar? Like, you feel like, you know, you have everything. You have a beautiful family, you know, you have a beautiful home, and you build all these businesses together, but you just don't feel that connection. And honestly, I'm just going to be 100 right now. Like, I feel like I'm married to my business partner, you know? And, it's just, yeah, it's just, you know, my reality right now and what I've been feeling.
I hate that she's so sad.
If anybody else has gone through a divorce, a separation, like, how did you handle it? You know, were you able to find happiness? Were you able to figure it out? Like, I just need to know your experiences because I am going through a whirlwind of emotions and I don't know what to do, but I know what my gut is saying, and we'll talk about my gut later on. But it's just a really hard situation. Yeah, so
her like that. I hate to see her like that. Y'all know Latoya. Y'all know Latoya is all just fun and games. Y'all know Latoya is the jokester. Y'all know she's the prankster. She's not serious like that. You know a person is really going through it when they just, you can just feel their energy and you're just like, oh my God, I just want to hug her. Anyway, let's get into this tea. This video took a twist and a turn, and it's when the mama came on camera. Okay, it's when Latoya's mother came on camera. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, you guys, and I'm just not here for it. I'm just keep it all the way real. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. If you don't have an unbiased opinion, you should not get in the middle of your child's marital issues. So I'm assuming that based off of the comments, Latoya ended up editing the video, because you do have that option after uploading a YouTube video. So I'm assuming that's what Latoya did. She went on her YouTube channel after she was seeing all the comments, and she was like, oh, let me go ahead and edit that out, because a lot of her fans were not feeling it. Okay, they were not feeling the fact that her mom was in the middle of their marital issues and problems. Now, I had to dig to see this original video, and unfortunately it was a reaction video of a reaction channel or YouTube channel or YouTuber. So I'm going to play their reaction to the original video, because no one has the original video but Latoya, but you get a idea of how Latoya's mother feels about Adam and their marriage. So let's go ahead and get into this.
That's what the girl is going through in 2020.
She's going through a trials and tribulation, spiritual warfare, but the Bible says you're more than an overcomer. So you shall overcome. You have divine wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what you're going through, and you will get through in your breakthrough. You understand that?
Okay. What am I feeling? Hallelujah.
You know, you're just feeling a lot of mixed emotions right now, because a lot of things are going on, and very serious things that your fans and your friends and your family don't even know about. But I was in the house and I experienced a lot of stuff, and don't worry, y'all. Best is yet to come, because I'm not going to keep my mouth shut, okay? I'm sick of it. When everybody hear my story, they're going to know the truth. Because it's only the truth that will set you free and make you free.
Amen.
Amen.
So do you think that hallelujah, find happiness in each other? And
both of you all are good people, but you're not the right people for each other. You're just not. You know, when you're going to fit a size 7 and to a size 8 shoe, and
why
it's not
isn't it
going to
working
work.
from what you observe?
Who is for you is for you, right? You have to love and cherish the person that you're with.
So you think we're faking it?
All you're faking it to make it, all you've been faking it to make it. And it's a fickle foundation. It's sinking sand, and you're going to have to start to build you all of incredible people, but not for each other. Okay? Incredible parents is what you are. You can't cancel out the energy that we all feel up in this situation. Alright? So
don't try to make a situation work because of your children.
No, because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be internally happy, and you can't put it up for sale and split the proceeds.
No, we don't get in the middle of a whole marriage. Even I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna send you to a therapist. I'm gonna say you need to go see a counselor. I'm not a counselor. I'm not professional. I'm not. No, you just don't do that. That's all that I have regarding this video, you guys. I would love your thoughts and opinions, so make sure you comment them down below. And if you are new here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are notified for when I upload. I do have a secondary channel, so make sure you follow the feminine Yoni. Links will be down below in the description box. If you're looking to level up your life and find your identity through femininity, that is the YouTube channel for you. That's all that I have regarding this video. This is Real with Yanie, and I will see you guys in my next video.